All right, it is that time for a live performance we've been talking about all morning. The Lucy Ring is in studio. They've got a full setup in here, taking over the space. We're also live on Facebook, by the way, facebook.com/KX935 if you'd like to watch it at the same time. We're going to hear from the guys now as they play live, and then we'll chat more and learn about the band. So Lucy Ring, whenever you're ready, please take it away.
Downstairs in your garden, she's thirsty, I'm starving, long down the slide, running to the runaround, no way up, she's always down. Look outside, we're kamikaze flying. Some above and some below. People talk but they don't know. Running hard when Jeremiah's crying. He's ready, don't you feel unsteady? He'll be right here, no worries, no problem, no sabotage. Buy a ticket, see the show, step out and watch him go. Never mind, the other ones are lying. One by one across the floor, hear the words and speak no more. Running hard when Jeremiah's crying. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be alright. Just a waste of time. I'll just disappear. I'll just disappear. I'll just disappear.
Yeah, you guys, come on, it's awesome.
Thank you.
It's the Lucy Ring live in studio on KX 93.5. Absolutely killer live performance. We've got a full drum kit in here for once, and it sounds awesome. So thanks you guys for the patience in setting this whole thing up. It's rad.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
So Sean, Joe, David, and Scott from the band from San Diego came up this morning to play live for us. Would either of you like to comment on what that song was called? Maybe a little bit about what it's about? Can you take that one?
That's called Jeremiah's Crying, and I guess it's about like a kid that's sort of trying to warn people about the end of the world, and everybody thinks he's crazy, but he's a little kid, so he's got a lot of responsibilities, so he's sort of overworked, and he's screaming to the world, but he's just a loony.
Is fictional storytelling like that something you guys like to do as opposed to like a personal thing?
I think absolutely.
I think so, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's nice to sort of try to embody a character in a song and sort of think of it as a little metaphorical. But you know, there's plenty of room for personal songwriting.
Sure. Yeah, everybody does that though. It's cool to do something a little different.
Thank you.
Well, I'm sure describing your sound, and if people ask you like, "Hey, what kind of music do you play?" is probably the hardest question in the world because I can't quite identify it. Do you answer that question, or are you like, "Don't ask me that"? See,
It's a tough one.
Actually, I mean, it's nice when people care enough to ask. There's so many bands. So when people care, it is a tough thing to answer. I usually say ethereal.
I was going to use that word too.
You know?
I wasn't sure if that was an okay word to say.
Ethereal rock and roll. And
shoegaze is a word these days that people like to say.
Okay, I would have never.
Okay.
You know, but that's
I think
fine.
it just throws in that big blanket of alt rock.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like a continent of.
I got a little Incubus in there, you know?
All right.
Yeah, kind of.
All right.
But right,
Sure.
flattering compliment. I think you guys are awesome. I love
Thank
it.
you.
I love the sound. It is hard to describe, which I think is interesting because if it's easy to describe, that's probably a boring thing these days.
Thanks,
so,
Tyler.
Pretty cool. So tell us a little bit about your origins. I know a couple of you guys started in the Sinclairs, right? And you
Yeah.
moved to San Diego and this whole thing.
Yeah, Scott and myself were in Brooklyn in a band called the Sinclairs, and we did that out here for a little while, and then we started working with Sean over here, who sang lead on the last one, and it just became evident that we were capable of carrying over what we liked with the Sinclairs, but sort of rebranding and renaming, and since then it's really evolved into a new thing that feels really right.
Yeah.
That's that.
And then the name origin's kind of an interesting one. The Lucy Ring, what does that mean?
It's basically a spy ring that was spying on the Nazis. It was a German citizen named Rudolf Russler who was spying on the Nazis and getting secrets to the Allies, the Soviets, primarily in the U.S. And they still to this day don't really know how he got such high up secrets. It was a really mysterious thing, and
Cool.
And it was just sort of a cool.
Yeah.
You know, it just when it jumped out at us, we were searching for a new name
for like 3 weeks.
for a long
Or a month,
time.
maybe a
There's
month.
so many band
Yeah.
names are just like
Oh my
copyrighted
God.
and take it.
Yeah.
So it was a sort of a relief to get it and to feel good, and people seem to dig it. And we
Does
like
it make it hard to Google you since it's a historical thing?
No, not at all.
No, there's not
Very
a
little
lot.
comes up.
Okay,
No.
good call. So you pick
Although-
like an obscure historical fact. Yes.
Yeah, and although he has a Wikipedia and we don't, so maybe
Well, this could inspire somebody
we
to
need to
start
spy
one.
a little more.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you mentioned to me, David, you guys are in between labels right now. So you're like, online dating for labels.
Yeah.
At the
Well,
moment.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to shop a lot of new material.
Yeah.
And sort of walk that line between, do we self-release or can we get someone to help us, which I think is a pretty common theme these days.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in this place where we don't have management, so trying to even see if people would want to put it out has been tough for us. So, we're navigating that and just keeping the faith, and really what we want is a booking agent.
Yeah.
So we can tour more.
Yeah.
Just booking your own tours can be really, really hard, and it's not necessarily economical.
So do you guys have day jobs right now?
Yeah, we all.
What?
do-
Give me a
do
couple
our
of
thing.
ideas of what you do for a living.
Deliver luggage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Deliver luggage.
Lost airline luggage.
Cool.
Yeah.
I deliver I deliver other types of luggage.
We'll be talking after the show then,
yeah,
David.
sure, whatever.
Awesome. Well, again, the band's called the Lucy Ring out of San Diego. They do have a self-titled EP out that came out a couple years ago. Was that one self-released or
No, that
No.
was on Yellow Year Records.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that was just five songs, and yeah.
So it sounds like you have plenty of material for a new record.
Yeah,
You just need to.
if anyone's listening and wants to help, here we
Yeah.
are.
Well, there's a few influential tastemakers down here, so that could definitely be the case.
I bet.
And we should mention you've got a couple gigs coming up. There's a live streaming thing with Garage Mahala this Saturday. So
Yeah, Garage Mahal. It's a place down in San Diego. So
Cool.
it should be live somewhere.
Awesome.
as a
Google
stream.
it. Yeah.
And then we play September 17th at the Casbah with a band out of Atlanta called Gringo Star.
Oh yeah, we've had them in here.
Yeah,
they're awesome.
Yeah,
Really
they're-
cool.
They're really good.
Right on. Well, why don't we hear another song? Tell us what the next one you're going to play is.
Next one's called Falling Down.
And you're
Not
singing
like the
this
movie.
one.
Not the movie.
What movie is that?
Michael Douglas.
Oh, of course.
Trying to get to my daughter's birthday party.
I see the
Yeah,
inspiration.
yeah.
All right, the Lucy Ring live in studio. Guys, take it away whenever you're ready.
Castle, the prince who likes to hide. Oh, here we are beneath you, trying to survive from another lifetime, an unforgotten face. Every now and then, put us in our place. Falling down, falling down, falling down, falling down. Like the springtime, it's when the poppies grow. Could try the ring on, see all your dice goes on. But the eyes upon you, the hatred it's you like a snow. Just to be your boy, falling down, falling down. You're falling down, falling down. Come down below to where everybody reaps what they sow. Come catch your ride. For you.
Dude, as the kids say, like I can't even and lit AF. That was awesome. So good.
Thank you very much.
The Lucy Ring live in studio, again from San Diego, Sean, Joe, David, and Scott. September 17th at the Casbah down there, and Garage Mahal streaming live this Saturday at noon. Their self-titled EP is out, and they're looking for some managerial or label support for the 50 or so songs they have in their shoebox at home that they want to release. So, guys, that was killer. I mean, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Throw out social media, website, anywhere you want people to go to find you and all that stuff.
At the Lucy Ring, Instagram and Facebook, just the Lucy Ring.
Cool.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
And we've got the Facebook live stream on our Facebook page as well. That'll stay up there. So that's facebook.com/KX935. Is there anything we left out? You guys want to, any shout outs, anything?
No, thank you so much for having us.
Cool.
Laguna's nice.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you making the drive up. All right, it's KX935 Human Crafted Radio in Laguna Beach.